Today, I just want to take a little bit of time to make a short little video and kind of explain the difference between the Amazon Associate Program and the Amazon Influencer Program. I work with a lot of moms that tend to get a little confused about the difference in the programs, how they work, and why there are two different programs. So if you are brand new to my channel, just know that my name is Mel. This is a brand new channel, so please help me out by subscribing. And just know that I am not a guru. I don't like to consider myself a coach. I am just a fellow mom who is trying to figure out the best way to make income on the side without sacrificing the time with my kids. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 4 kids that I homeschool, all of them. We live on a homestead. We are all underfoot and we live kind of together all the time. But I still have managed to find a way to make over $1,000 every single month as an Amazon influencer by actually doing less work than I used to. So if that is something that interests you, make sure that you stick around and you watch this video so that I can kind of help you wrap your head around the difference between the Amazon Associate Program and the Amazon Influencer Program. So first things first, the Amazon Associate Program has been along for a long time, as well as the Influencer Program, years and years. They're both very well established programs, but there are some pretty unique differences. Anyone can apply to be an Amazon associate. You don't have to have any kind of following. You don't have to prove anything. You just fill out the application. And when you become an Amazon associate, it gives you the ability to then share links out in the public world. The goal of the associate program is for you to be the person who drives the traffic. So if you do have a following on a social media platform, or you do have kind of a special niche where people are always asking you, oh, where did you get that? You know, if you do makeup, or you're like a fashion girly, or, you know, you are someone who cooks a lot and people are always asking you, where did you get that? Where does that come from? And people like to take your advice and pick up the same items that you might have. Then the associate program is a really great opportunity because you get to make a commission every time you send someone to Amazon and they purchase that product. But the key thing here is to recognize that the associate program is basically designed so that you drive the traffic, and anyone that you have taken your time to send their way, they're going to give you a commission. So that might be sharing links on social media, sharing links with friends and family, sharing links on Pinterest, any of those types of things. The essential difference between the Amazon Influencer Program and Associates, as far as that is concerned, is that as an Amazon influencer, you are actually not required to send any traffic to earn money. If you are accepted into the Amazon Influencer Program, then you have the opportunity to monetize the traffic that is already existing on Amazon, meaning that Amazon has paid for advertising. They have collected many customers. They're already a very well-known platform that people just naturally shop on, and you have the opportunity to earn commissions from people who are already there interested in shopping. So conversion rates tend to be a little bit higher because people who are shopping on Amazon already have something in mind. They already know that they need a product and they are shopping. They are looking with intention. They already want to buy that product. You don't have to do that. You don't have to convince people or make them feel like they need a product and then get them to the website and then get them to purchase. So there's a little bit more friction with that process of informing someone about a product and then getting a sale that equals commissions for you. There's less friction involved with being an Amazon influencer as far as that is concerned. However, to be an Amazon influencer, you do have to apply and be accepted into the influencer program. And I apologize if you can hear my kids because, again, busy mom, they're outside yelling and screaming. So if you can hear them in the background, just know I know what it's like to be a mom. Anyway, when it comes to the influencer program, you do have to apply. Now, I will do a separate video because I do help moms get into the program all the time, but it is not as hard as you think. A lot of people think, oh gosh, I'll never get in. I don't have thousands of followers on Instagram. You don't need them. I will just very briefly, because I could talk about it for days and I will get caught up talking about it. TikTok is the easiest. You can get in. I've had many mom friends, fellow moms that I've helped get into the program. Very often they can get in with 20, 30, 40 followers on TikTok. I have a whole system for getting in with TikTok if that's something that you're interested in. Haven't done the video yet, new channel, I will get there. But you do have to be accepted, and you have to be a little strategic about how you get in if you want to get in really quickly, which is very possible. It's not difficult. You just kind of have to have a plan, a game plan. So you do have to apply though. If you already own a TikTok account and people comment on your TikTok posts and it's public, definitely recommend applying with that if you haven't already or you're not already accepted. But you do have to apply for the influencer program. It is a multi-step process. Once you've applied and you have been accepted using your social media account, then the second part of that is loading your first 3 videos. Now, these videos are considered on-site reviews. These are completely different than customer reviews. Please do not get them mixed up. They are not customer reviews. These are a separate entity. But when you're accepted into the influencer program and you are loading reviews through your influencer dashboard, these reviews are considered shoppable. These reviews will then be placed into the product listings, and when people are shopping for a product that they already have interest in buying, if your review is the one that they watched, they have to watch a minimum of 30 seconds of your review. And once they've watched that and they add it to their cart and they check out, you are then considered responsible for that sale. And so Amazon is very happy to pay you a commission for helping their customer become informed about a product, for helping their customer trust that this is the right product for them, and then completing that purchase. So that is what Amazon is paying you for. In order to get placement in product reviews, though, you do have to, they'll kind of test your first 3 videos. So as soon as you're accepted into the influencer program, the next thing you're going to want to do is load those 3 trial review videos, and then you wait. And Amazon will inform you whether or not those videos met their basic requirements. It's not difficult. It's mainly kind of common sense things, but they have a whole list of guidelines. I will actually link that down below if you're interested. There's a whole link or a whole list of guidelines that they want you to follow in your videos and rules that they just don't want you to break. And again, most of those things are kind of common sense. It is important to note that these first 3 videos, you only get 3 attempts at loading these videos. And if all 3 are denied, if you get 3 separate denials from Amazon for these videos, then you have to start the application process all the way over. So just kind of keep that in mind. These reviews, these first trial reviews, are not something that you should fret, panic, anything like that. But it's just important to note that that's probably the most important part of your application, and to just make sure that you really look over your reviews. You make sure that they are following all of their content guidelines that Amazon puts out, that you can hear, you can see, and that they would be helpful to a customer when they're looking at a new product. So just kind of keep that in mind. I do and will post more videos about that, but again, new channel. So, and busy mom. It's hard for me to find time to make these videos. I just batch make them like I do my reviews. So that is kind of some of the integral differences with the Amazon Associate Program and the Amazon Influencer Program. Both of them, you will be issued a storefront. You can post information to your storefront. You can drive traffic to your storefront. If you are wondering, I don't really know which program I'm part of or how do I confirm, when you are in your dashboard, you will be able to see your store IDs. There should be a little drop-down menu up at the top, and in those store IDs, if you have 2, one will have like your name and some numbers. That's typically your associate's ID. All of your reporting and all of your earnings and commissions that you earn through your store ID, traffic that you essentially are driving typically, that is where all the reporting will be for that. And if you have been fully accepted into the Amazon Influencer Program, you will also have an on Amazon ID. It's going to be annotated as like ONAMZ. And that's going to be a great indicator that you are also part of the influencer program. If you, like me, if you are part of the Amazon Influencer Program and you didn't even know that you were able to load shoppable videos and make commissions on those. I was an Amazon influencer for years through my handmade business that I had an Amazon account or a Instagram account for, had opened an Amazon influencer program account, had no stinking idea that I could earn money by making these quick videos. Wish I did years ago, but so just keep that in mind. There is a difference between the two programs. If you are an Amazon influencer and you've already been accepted, you've already issued your first 3 trial videos, another integral difference between the associate and the influencer program is that you also will have creator connections attached to your influencer account. And as long as you're a bronze tier star, you have access to your creator connections. Bronze tier is the very first tier that you will hit as a brand new influencer. It's just based on the amount of clicks and conversions that you're getting. But it's a pretty low bar to hit if you're actually consistently loading videos. And that will give you access to requesting free products and doing things like that. So if you are still trying to get into the influencer program, know that don't get your head wrapped around it. Don't feel like you can't do it. You absolutely can. Many, many normal everyday moms can get into the program with absolutely no problem, as long as you have a little bit of a strategy. And I will absolutely load a video on that at some point very soon. So thank you for watching. I hope this has kind of clarified maybe the difference between the associate program and the influencer program. They are 2 separate programs. You do have to apply for the influencer program separately if you want to be eligible to make on-site commissions with your quick review videos. If you have found this helpful, make sure that you like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. As a new channel, it really helps me out. And thanks for joining today, and I'll see you in the next one.